Hello, my name is James. I'm a graphic design and photography teacher. Today I'm going to show you how to critique your own photos or photos of others if you are doing so. In my last video, and I'm going to try to put it up somewhere on the screen, I don't know where exactly, but I talked about how to stop sucking at photography. I gave 6 tips of how to improve your craft with mental notes or mental thoughts as to how you can change your mindset to improve your photography, and some practical tips as well. One of those tips that I talked about in that video is critiquing photos, whether it's your own, someone else's, getting critiqued on your photos so that you can take those notes, those mental notes, and improve for the next time that you're shooting. And so today I'm going to take you through my process, and I'm going to critique a handful of my photos with you, just so that if you watch that video and you're like, I have no idea what he's talking about, it's kind of bridging a gap between that and this. So again, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to critique, talk through what I look for when I'm critiquing my own photos or someone else's photos, what I like, what I don't like. We look at the settings that the photos were taken at. And with that being said, if that's something that interests you, or if you enjoy this style of video, this educational video, please hit the like and subscribe down below. And also, I'd love to hear your critiques as well. So as I show the photos, leave in the comment section your own critique. What do you think of these photos? All of them that I show are photos that I've taken. So please help me out, build my craft, give me a critique on what you see. So with that all being said, let's flip it around and take a look here at our first photo. All right, so this is the first photo that I wanted to look at with you guys. It was one where I was trying to get kind of the blurred motion across the foreground of the photo, which I turned out pretty good with the motorcycle. I was hoping for a car when I got it, but it was a lot of attempts to get here. But the motorcycle worked out. So I took this photo. Let's look at the settings here quick. I was at 1/8 of a second to get that blur. My aperture was f22, trying to really focus in. I think, if I remember correctly, I was focusing, my focal point was on this Brown's ice cream in the background, and my ISO was 100. So pretty slow shutter to get that blur. And this is just something, this is a artistic style photo that really needs practice to truly get. I think I took like probably 40 photos in this one spot. This is the best that turned out. Getting everything in focus, like the Leo's grill malt, the Coca-Cola, and then the Browns as well. But overall, I think the photo, the idea of it is strong. What I would continue to practice for this photo, how I would kind of knock this photo, is it does look a little overexposed. This is slightly edited, but I would try to bring down the exposure. It looks a little bit overexposed to me, especially with this kind of harsh shadow cutting across from the canopy here under Leo's. And then some of the people look a little blown out as well. So either work in camera to bring that exposure down, or in post editing, which I haven't dove that deep into it. I mostly just brought out the reds so far with the photo. That's just kind of where it is. And also, maybe if I was posting this, I would crop it out to crop out this person that's blurred here, because it kind of distracts from the motorcycle a little bit. And so I'd probably crop the photo right down to the edge to eliminate that distraction. And then I got all the people standing in line. They're pretty focused and still, and you get the motion blur of the motorcycle cutting across. All right, the second photo. This one's actually, pretty solid as well. I've never really shot birds before this session here. Never shot ducks or nothing like that. Just kind of, I was on a walk and came across it. But this one turned out pretty good. I did crop this down, I believe, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I cropped it down in a little bit. So if I go back full frame here, one thing that I would have tried to capture was, I missed this third duck's head, right? Cut him out of the frame, which is no good. And so looking back, try to focus and capture all of them so that I'd have the 3 ducks in flight versus just the 2. But this photo I took at 200mm focus. Shutter speed was 1/250th, which probably could have been a lot faster. As you can see that the wings of the duck are totally blurred. You can't really see any focus on this lead bird. In the back when you can see it, but it's pretty blurred as well, especially that one on the far side. So maybe I'd bump that up, maybe try 1/500th of a second. I don't know. Like I said, I've never really shot birds. I just kind of winged this one and threw it out there. But it's a cool structure of a photo, but I try to tighten it on the focus, trying to freeze their wings in place a little bit more than what they are. F5.6, and then my ISO is 100 again. So again, probably would have brought that shutter up to tighten that in a little bit. The third photo we'll look at. I thought this photo was actually, this environment, this scene was really cool. The dense fog with the lake half broken in ice. It was pretty cool. And so here, though, this photo is pretty strong. You got strong foreground, which that's what I'm also going to knock on this photo as well. But I have a strong element in the foreground, good middle ground with the water, and then my background with the trees and kind of skyline and the fog. But this photo, I should have focused harder on getting these foreground rocks crystal clear as well. My shutter speed was really fast. I don't think I needed it to be that fast. For one, my f5.6 and then ISO 100, but I should have adjusted my focus settings to get it all in focus, right? So I got the foreground rocks, which give a good element to the photo, but because they're not focused, they kind of take away from it as well. So I'd try to improve, or if I could redo it, try to get it all in focus there. Otherwise, the water does look pretty clear. And it's kind of actually frozen really nice, just this kind of like little babbling area, water babbling area. And then the trees here in the distance with that heavy fog, you can kind of see as well. All right, and the fourth one, last one that we'll look at here in this short little video, just a coffee brand here. This one is not edited yet, but my settings we'll look at right away. 1/50th of a second, f4.2, and so my basement with bad lighting, I'm at ISO 800. You can kind of see some of the grain already building up here on this coffee bag with that ISO setting. So looking at it again, if I don't want the grain, I kind of like the grain, to be honest, especially for like product photography, like this vibe of a photo that I created. The grain doesn't really bother me that much. I think it actually kind of gives a unique texture to the photo. But you could say, right, lower the ISO, get better lighting to eliminate some of that grain. But otherwise, again, I got the foreground. I think this is like a glass mason jar for the out of focus element that I love putting in. I think it just enhances your photo so much. But got the out of focus element, the coffee ground spilling out of the coffee cup in the foreground. The focus is on the Stumptown coffee bag. And then this coffee grinder, antique coffee grinder, kind of had this light. I think I have a little aperture light behind the coffee bag, if I remember correctly. It's kind of showing up here on the coffee grinder, just kind of doesn't look like it fits very well. And then because the light's in the back for it, this is actually pretty dark and underexposed. So it's pretty dark. So in editing, I'll probably bring the colors up in that grinder to see if I can see it a little bit easier for my product. And then this open spot, this is for product photography. This right top right corner here is just kind of bare. I would want to try and fill every element of the frame and then surround all those elements around the Stumptown. So maybe tighten that frame in, pull it down a little bit is what I would do. Again, good structure to the photo. Got foreground, middle ground, background thing here, but focus is on Stumptown. But again, bring up the color, bring up the light, get better lighting on the coffee grinder and overall on the photo to eliminate the grain if I wanted to. All right, so that's it. 4 photos of mine that I looked at, talked through what I like, what I don't like, what went well, what didn't go well, what I could change in the future. And that's as simple as it is. Okay, if you're critiquing someone's photos, just go through that process. What do you like of their photo? What do you not like? What would you improve and how would you improve it? Don't just say, oh, your photo sucks and walk away, right? How can they get better? How can you get better? And so just going through that practice, analyzing your photos, right? I went a little bit longer than you probably need to, but about 2 minutes per photo. I would say it was my pacing there. And that's pretty easy, right? If you're trying to grow your craft, grow your skill, you can look back, take your 5 favorite photos from a photo shoot and spend a minute just analyzing what worked well, what didn't work well, what's in focus, what's not in focus, what can I change, how can I change it, what can I improve, and just make notes, right? Write them down on a notepad. Next time you go out to shoot, read those notes and then make those adjustments in the field shooting, okay? So again, this coincides with the last video that I linked earlier, how to stop sucking at photography. Hopefully this helps you understand that tip of critiquing, receiving, doing, giving. Those critiques, again, please feel free in the comments. Give me a critique on any one of the 4. Just say number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or describe the photo, and then give me your critique. What do you think of the photo? What could I change? What could I not change? What did you like? What did you not like? So on, so on. Help me grow as a photographer as well. Also, help me continue to grow by hitting that like and subscribe. It means the world to me, and I greatly appreciate it. With that being said, see you guys in the next one.